The Galaxy Z Fold 4 is the biggest overhaul to Samsung's idea of a phone that folds out into a mini tablet, as this new edition now comes in a wider body and also for the first time has a wider cover screen that allows you to actually comfortably use the phone even without unfolding it. Compare these to previous generations of the Fold series that comes with a narrower body and a cover screen with a weirdly narrow aspect ratio that made typing on it almost impossible, and you will truly appreciate this difference that might seem small at first. The Fold 4 also comes with one of the best Snapdragon processors in recent years, the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, which gives it a welcome boost in performance, and on top of that it upgrades the camera system with a more capable main camera and a 3x telephoto lens that enables 30x digital zoom. While the Fold 4 and Fold 3 may look similar from afar, turn on the screen and you will notice the differences. The cover screen is wider, a huge improvement from the narrow screen Samsung used before that made typing super hard and even apps looked weird on it. Of course, this change affects the main screen as well. It's still technically a 7.6-inch one, same diagonal measurement as before, but it's more squarish looking and the actual viewing area is bigger because of that. For reading books or browsing the web, this is just perfect. While for watching videos, you will notice a bit more of those black bars around the video, but overall we think this is big improvement from before. The new Fold 4 is also a bit less thick and weighs a bit less. The difference is hardly noticeable unless you actually measure it, but it is a little thing that shows Samsung's commitment to perfecting every detail, which we appreciate. Other things to note are the IPX8 water resistance rating, the same one as last year. Keep in mind that the Fold 4 and Fold 3 are both water resistant but not resistant to dust, which remains the biggest danger to the folding phones. So if you go out in the wild or work in a dusty environment, you should keep that in mind. Also, the new under-display camera, it's still not quite invisible, but it's far less noticeable than before. Image quality also appears to be better, but more on that below. One inconvenience remains though, it's still almost impossible to unfold the phone with just one hand. You need to use both hands, and this can be annoying when you need to unfold the device in a hurry. In terms of biometrics, nothing has changed. You still have the fingerprint scanner embedded in the power button on the side. That worked great on the Fold 3, works great on the Fold 4 as well. Considering the premium price, we are happy to see that Samsung made zero compromises with the components of Fold 4. All buyers, regardless of their country, will get the latest and most powerful Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 processor on the new Fold. This is great news for those who live in the UK and Europe, where Samsung S series flagships usually get the less powerful Exynos processor. Compared to the Fold 3, which runs on the Snapdragon 888 chip, it's not a huge jump in performance, but a welcome boost nonetheless. Both the Fold 4 and Fold 3 come with 12GB of fast LPDDR5 RAM of all models. Even the base model has 256GB UFS 3.1 storage, which is definitely plentiful. The Fold 4 is also available with 512GB, and you also have a 1TB model, a first for a Samsung foldable. Neither of the two folds supports microSD cards, in case you are wondering. The Z Fold 4 comes with new Android 12L on the board and One UI 4.1.1 on top of that. Samsung has taken a commitment to deliver 4 major software updates to most of its devices and 5 years of security updates to both the Fold 4 and Fold 3. But of course the Fold 4 will end up getting one more update because it's a newer release. The coolest new software feature has got to be the fixed taskbar, which like what you have on a traditional PC. This makes a big difference to multitasking, and we'd argue the wider screen helps the actually usable size of apps. One thing that has not changed in the Fold 4 is battery size, as the phone will have the same 4400 mAh cell as the last year's version. This worked out just fine in our experience, so we can't say we are disappointed. What is a bit sad is that charging speeds on the Fold 4 remain limited to 25 watt, which seems kind of slow considering that we see 100 watt and faster charging on phones by other brands. Samsung promises that you can get 50% of your battery back in 30 minutes, which is about the same as the Fold 3. Wireless charging is available on both Fold models, but at 10 watt, slightly slower compared to the 15 watt top-up speeds on the Galaxy S family. Summing it all up, the Fold 4 brings a welcome refresh to the form factor and is powered by one of the best processors around in a while. It's just the more refined device all around, and you can tell, but it is drastically different. Well, not really. Does it have a camera so different that you just have to upgrade? Also not quite. At the end of the day, we appreciate the changes in the Fold 4, but we don't think they are big enough to warrant an immediate upgrade for those currently rocking the previous gen Fold 3. Of course, if money is no issue, go ahead and upgrade. You will get not only a better version of the Fold idea, but the best foldable smartphones on the market.